boring, too many penalties, no superstars, or whatever? What do you think?
First off, it's the Trump effect. I mean,
it's all election.
I think it's majority election. I mean, the election has turned into a reality show, and everyone wants to watch it. I know I watch debates now like I never have, and I'm an avid football fan. And I think I actually have paid more attention to politics over the past 2-3 months than I have football. And I mean,
Sunday Night Football is our property at NBC, and you hate to say it, but it's going to have trouble finding an audience. Wouldn't you expect this Sunday night?
Yes, I would.
Trying to be.
Yeah. Trying to not get fired?
That's it.
It's unique. But, the one thing the NFL has, I think that you got to keep in mind is fantasy football. I think fantasy football has reinvigorated the fan experience. I think women.
You think it's peaked?
No, I don't. I think more people are taking a part in fantasy football. I think people are understanding it more. I think they'll be able to interact with more and more fans over years to come.
Is there any part of you, Jack, that's worried that you're just taking a Pollyanna-ish view of this whole situation? Because if you take a look at the core audience, which is viewers aged 18 to 24, I mean, for ESPN, the ratings are down 24%. Are you worried that couldn't this be a broader issue here? I mean, this is what we're seeing happen across the television spectrum, not just sports, but it is happening very sharply with sports.
If we see this through December, I'll be concerned. But once the election is over, I think those numbers will come in a bit.
Unless Trump wins.
Unless Trump wins, that's true. He'll continue to draw attention. Yeah. But keep in mind as well, internationally, the game is expanding. There's been more and more fans. Whether it's China, I was in China last year with the NFL. And I've actually been in Europe, and you've seen what they're done in the UK. So there are opportunities to expand.
I think there are 3 problems with the product. Number 1, the games are too delayed. There is no flow of play anymore. Everything is interrupted. There are penalties all the time. There are booth reviews of everything. That's number 1. Number 2, I think the concussion thing has had some dampening effect. And number 3, I think they've diluted their product by overexposing it. There are too many games on too many nights.
Every other night.
Yes.
And then when they go to London, there's a game on at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. And then there's one at 11. And then there's one at 4. And then there's one at 9. I think they've...
Supply-demand curve's broken.
Yeah, and the NFL Network, I think, may be backfiring a little bit to that point, just because now the NFL is actually trying to push more games onto their own network. And you're seeing that. I mean, there's talk of the season expanding from 16 to 18, which I think will be a huge mistake.
Players Association
for
won't do it.
Player safety. So, yeah, I mean, the collective bargaining agreement's coming up. I think they're trying to renegotiate that right now as well. So there's a lot of things going on with the National Football League, but at the end of the day, it's still the #1 sports brand in this country, and I don't think that's going to change.